I was at Bijapur in the state of Karnataka. Visiting old temples of archaeological importance had become my passion. Someone told me to explore a place called Chattarki. The pin code of Chattarki village is 599338. Chattarki village is located in Sindhgi Tahsil of Bijapur district in Karnataka, India. It is situated 30 kilometers away from sub-district headquarter Sindhgi and 60 kilometers away from district headquarter Bijapur. It is a very small village, nested in the green fields, away from the hustle and bustle of the city life. Many of the local villagers I asked for direction were also not aware about the existence of this temple. Having reached the temple, I was awestruck. It was an ancient and a marvelous piece of architecture. It was surrounded by a stone boundary wall. All other area around the temple was encroached and dirty. A bit of this has already been shown the part I of this series. Now coming to the temple, this temple is Advikuta. That is, it has two separate shrines with their own deities. This video is only about the bigger temple in this complex. All made with lot of devotion and passion. Luckily, most of the sculptures have escaped the damage caused due to men, which is generally the case. We start our journey from the west side of the big temple. As we can see, the temple is a typical late Chalukya with standard architectural plan. It has a step diamond. The Nagra shrine is a step diamond of projecting corners with 5 projections per side. Because of the step diamond plan, the wall pillars have 2 fully exposed sides, with a high base block decorated with a mirrored stock motif and 2 large wall images above. The shapes and decorations on the rest of the wall pillar have a striking resemblance to the actual pillars supporting the ceiling. It has remarkable sculptures of apsaras decorating the temple's outer walls. Their features, postures and carvings are fascinating from the point of development of sculptural art. Apsara sculptures are found in almost all temples of the region. The apsara is an interesting form of visual depiction. Such sculptures play a very important role in the temple architecture of India and particularly Karnataka. The ancient Hindu temple architecture follows strict principles of construction and floor plan adhering to the doctrine of the Vastu Shastra. These temples have allotted spaces for the display of the presiding deity, demigods, Apsara, Yaks, Gandharv, and Nagas. The sculptures of Apsaras, Devanganas, or Alsa Kanyas as they variously addressed. These figures can abundantly be seen chiseled in ancient Hindu temples and are represented according to their prescribed iconographies and descriptions. The earliest reference may be seen in the early Buddhist stupas at Bhurhuk, Sanchi and Amravati as well as Sanneti. The genre of Apsara was adapted to decorate the cave temples and structural temples of ancient India. They are called by various names such as Apsara, Devangana, Gandharv Kannikas, Sala Bhanjika, Magnika, etc. The Kasyapa Silpa Patala text gives detail on the iconography of Apsaras. Now let's enter the main temple. As we enter the main temple, we find that there are rows of pillars. They have a base of square section. The base is quite heavy. It is repeated with various circular and square sections above with a reducing size. They are beautifully carved with various floral patterns. Light inside the temple is very little. Hence it was very difficult to videograph the various features in detail. However, some attempt has been made to bring the beauty of this temple in the common knowledge of the citizens of India and the world at large. I was wondering about the lack of light in the temple. I wondered how the architects carved and placed these sculptures inside the temple with so limited light. What was the source of their light while the temple was being constructed? I did not get any answers. The viewers of the video may like to throw some light in the comments sections of this video. The door of the main deity was locked. To add to the problems, there was no light and it was pitch dark. I used the light of my mobile phone to record whatever little was possible. This is the reason why the video quality inside the Sanctum Sanctorum is so poor. However, a brief glimpse of the presiding deity has been provided. It reflects that the apsaras shown in temples should be having long and heavy hair, decorated with various flowers, and should be draped with clothes. Their thighs should be shown thick and touching each other. Their waist should be narrow, their face to be serene and contented, having a faint smile conveying ecstasy. The indents of the wall have the sculptural depictions. A good number of damsels decorate the wall. All outer wall figures are in dance postures. Their physical stance and sensuous treatment make them aesthetically beautiful. Their hairstyles, jewelry and garments have been given enough importance. Each one of the apsaras has an individual posture and is busy in some activity. Ancient treatises like Chikra Sukra of Vishnu Dharmotara Purana, Manasolasa, Aparajita Prucha, Amara Kosha and many such works refer to the various forms and names of the apsara. They are represented as standing and entertaining the divinities in attractive postures, holding fruit baskets, fly whisks, flags, flowers, musical instruments, and singing and dancing in many imaginative and graceful postures. Puranic lore and myths have interesting stories about the genre of demigods. The apsaras were used by the gods to seduce rishis and kings to have control on earth. The Puranic stories speak about their dancing and musical skills. Temples being of God's representation, these figures form part of that world. They not only embellish the temple, but also create a spiritual ambience. All apsara sculptures in the temple have something unique in their standing postures and stance. The whole of the apsara genre in the temples of the region have a homogeneous form and style. Each apsara has some unique specifications that bestow each one an individual identity. Menka carries a bow and arrow and has her left leg risen. Leelavati is amorously shown as shunning lethargy. Vidchikra is depicted holding a mirror while she places a bindi on her forehead. Sundari is seen cleanly dancing. Subha is depicted pulling out a thorn from the foot. Hansavali has big lotus eyes and is shown bending down as if trying to adorn anklets. Servakala is portrayed dancing with the Varada in Chintan Mudra. Kapomajari is shown dancing robeless while bathing. Padmini is shown holding a stalk of a lotus. Padmanekra is the lotus-eyed one while Gudasabda is shown holding Abhya Hasta and a child stands by her side. Chikrini is seen dancing with her left hand on the head. Pukravalava is the one who has a baby by her side. Gauri is seen killing a lion and Gandhari is depicted as a special one dancing with her right hand aloft. Devsata is the one dancing a circular dance. Marichika is shown aiming a bow arrow looking on the left side. Chandravali is the beautiful-eyed damsel looking to the front with Anjali Hasta. Chandrarekha is shown writing a letter. Her forehead is broad like the half moon. Sugandha is depicted dancing in circles and also holding the moon aloft. Sakrumradini is depicted holding knives and dancing. Manvi is seen holding flower garlands and dancing. Manhansa is shown dancing with her back visible to the viewer. Swabhava is the one whose body is bent in Chaturvangid, one leg is lifted and hands raised above the head. Bhavachandra is the one who is dancing with her hands and feet in the Yoga Mudra. Mrigaksi is dancing with full bloom and beauty. Urvashi is portrayed as killing the Asura with the Khadga and pulling him by his shikha. Rambha is depicted as holding knives in both hands and dancing with her right foot lifted up. Manjugosha dances in circles holding Khadga in both hands. A lot of effort has gone in to make this video, that too with my rudiment video editing skills. If you liked the video, kindly share with your friends and colleagues. Your appreciation shall be my reward. I am in the process of making part 3 of this video series. The part 3 shall be uploaded as soon as it is ready. Thanks for watching.